How to text women. Official video. Guys, a lot of you dudes don't know how to text women. You really don't. Y'all texting women every single day. And it be that one woman that you think that you can't do no better when it comes down to her. You can't text women every single day. You got to value yourself. You got to give yourself a break from women sometimes. A lot of you guys are texting women every single day. Guess who's doing that? Her best friend is doing that. They texting each other every single day. So you know what's going to happen? She going to end up putting you in that category, in the friend zone. That's what she going to end up doing. Guys, you only text a woman if you're trying to set up a date, or if you're trying to tell her to come over, or y'all finna go out to an event. That's when you text a woman. But you don't have to text a woman every single week about going out somewhere. No. Sometimes you just got to put your focus and your energy into yourself. Into your business. Into your purpose. Sometimes you got to go a whole week without texting a woman. Without texting women. When you texting a woman every single day, you know what she thinks? She thinks that you ain't got nothing going on. You ain't got no purpose. You don't have other women you texting. And you're not mysterious. And she gonna think that too, that you can't live without her. She gonna think that you insecure, that you desperate for a relationship. That's not the mindset of abundance. That's not the mindset of self-love, of self-worth, self-value. You guys got to learn how to let these women wonder about y'all. You know, you set up a date one week. Y'all have a good time. Don't text her back after the date. Some of y'all guys text the woman back right after the date. Give it a few days while you focusing on your purpose. You got to be inconsistent when you're dealing with a lot of these women these days. You got to have balance in your life. Now, I'm not saying you should never, ever text a woman. But what I'm saying is you need to give yourself 90% of your time, and women only 10% of your time. Especially if you're still out here dating. It don't take all that you texting a woman every single day. It don't take all that. You doing way too much. You going overboard. And stop being afraid to, text a woman back 3 to 6 hours or hours later. Stop being afraid to do that. If you doing something, then you doing something. Text her back later. But finish the task first. If it's helping you, if it's beneficial to you, if you're on your purpose, finish that task first. Sometimes you got to text women, well, I hope you have a good day. My day is going fine. I'm focusing in on, this project or whatever you're doing that day. And then say that we'll talk later. And end it right there. Sometimes you got to do that. A lot of you guys are scared to do that because you have a scarcity mindset. You think you're going to lose that woman if you don't text her for 1 or 2 or 3 days. Matter of fact, she might end up hitting you up first. If you put your purpose first, a lot of you guys, y'all don't put y'all purpose first. Y'all not putting y'allself first. Y'all not valuing y'allself first. Y'all not doing what benefits y'all first. Y'all putting that last. I'm just trying to teach you guys how to text women, because a lot of you dudes don't know how to text women. You was never taught how to text a woman. You think you think you're being a nice person or the right guy, or she's going to, be more attracted to you if you text her every single day. That's not true. That's not true, guys. That don't mean that she gonna want you more. That's not true. But a lot of you dudes are wasting so much time texting women. You do not know when to cut it short. The conversations. If you're working on something, she texts you, text her, hey, I'm doing something right now. I hope the rest of your night go good. I'll talk to you later. Or your rest of your evening. Sometimes you got to cut it short, man. A lot of you guys are afraid to do that. A lot of you guys are afraid to tell a woman, no, you can't come over today. Because y'all sexual desires. Y'all putting y'all sexual desires before y'all purpose. Don't be afraid to text her that. You guys need to tighten up, man. Because a lot of y'all dudes, y'all looking desperate and needy when y'all texting these women. Like I just said before, some of you dudes cannot go a whole week without texting that woman. Sometimes you got to do that and just focus in on what you need to do. It's okay. She ain't going nowhere if you don't text her for a whole week. A lot of y'all guys think y'all losing her. Or y'all gonna lose her if y'all do that. Nah. Some of y'all dudes never got a woman to text you first. Never in your life. You know why? Because you've been constantly texting women every single day. First. You've been always initiating, always investing first. Man, you gotta put that aside. If you set up a date, set up a date 1 week, and then the next week, no date. Or maybe 2 weeks. It depends on, what's going on. If her level of interest increases or not. But you have to have something that you are doing outside of, texting women to be able to master this. It's going to take discipline. It's going to take self-love. It's going to take self-worth. Y'all got to find something to do, man. Instead of be texting women every single day. That's how women lose interest. Texting them every single day. Texting them back quick, too. That's how they lose interest. And they put you in the friend zone. I don't want you guys in the friend zone. Man, I hope you guys got some out of this video. But this is how you text women. You only text women if you're scheduling a date or if you're telling her to come over. If you're not scheduling a date or telling her to come over or running an errand for you, then it's really no point. Because after that, you're going to be, or if you're texting a woman telling her to send you, her body or something, then that's something different. But you guys got to learn how to cut it short. Some days you don't text women. Some days you got to not text her at all. Maybe 1 or 2 days. It depends on how focused you is on your purpose. But it takes a lot of discipline. And what's going to happen is, when you do that, when you're being mysterious, when you're being hot and cold, when you're really doing something with your life, her interest is going to increase. She's going to start texting you first. And then eventually she's going to end up double texting you. Asking you if you okay, are you fine? Trust me. This is the blood raw truth. She gonna think that you're gonna want to date every single week. Because women, they used to that. She gonna think that, you're gonna text her every single day or every other day. Women used to that. Sometimes you gotta go a whole week, like I said. Sometimes you gotta go 1 week, no date. The next week, a date. The next week, no date. The next week, no date. And just focus on yourself that whole week and on your purpose. You gotta be like that. Sometimes you gotta tell the women, no, they can't come over to get the slab, to get smashed. Nah, they can't get that. So you can focus in on what you need to do. But this is how you text women, guys. Hope you guys got some out of this video. Stop giving women all your time through text. Give yourself 90% of your time and women only 10%. And watch her level of interest is going to increase. She's going to start, probably calling you. If you don't answer back real quick, she's going to call you.